Hey there, I'm Tami with Paradise Getaways, and I've had an amazing vacation at Sandals Regency La Toc, and I wanted to just share a few tips with you. Tip number one, get a butler suite. So one of the things I noticed that while we were here, it's just not easy to get to the dining and that sort of thing. So everything's just kind of spread out here, and there's a lot of hills and all of that, and it's just not super convenient in terms of everything at your fingertips, if that makes sense. So I recommend getting a butler. I also recommend hanging out at the Armando's pool. Highly recommend that. Beautiful area. And of course, if you have a butler, then they're going to save you a spot with an ocean front and give you a little cooler with all your wonderful drinks. So highly recommend that for sure. Another tip, absolutely love Armando's for dinner. Loved La Toc for dinner. Loved the pitons for dinner. Neptune's was also really good. All the desserts were really awesome. But kimonos, I wasn't a huge fan of the food. I mean, the entertainment of it and all of that kind of stuff was fun. But the food itself wasn't all that great. So if it's one of those things where you're like, oh, should we go here or there? That would be one that I would skip especially if you've done like a hibachi, teppanyaki type of meal before. And then if you don't have a butler, you do have to get all of your dining scheduled, and that's at the lower level at the Pavilion restaurant. So get that done right away, because otherwise you're not going to have a lot of options. You can't just like show up. All of the places that require reservations are the good restaurants. So definitely get your reservation in. But if you have a butler, you don't have to worry about that. You can get all of that stuff done ahead of time. So that's why I recommend having a butler. So those are my tips for Sandals Regency La Toc.